So I very worry about my son. He don't like to read. He's in 4th grade and he on AB honor roll, but when he have award ceremony today, he not get award for reading more than 15 books. He got award for reading 9 to 14 books, which tell me he's lazy reader. I expect my son do better. I don't understand. I explained to him, when you get ready to read for school, you open the textbook, you get a paper and pencil. First you scan the pages, scan the pages. Then look at the headings for each thing. Read the headings, look at the pictures, read the caption under the pictures, make note of what you think the main idea is about, make note of things you have questioned, and then you begin to read. When you read, if you see a word you don't know, you write it down, make a map. These things I know, these things I don't know. So when you go to school next day, the teacher you can ask questions, you can know, and you will already have idea what the teacher will be teaching you. He not do that. He just wait till he gets to school and read in the class. I don't understand. This is the way I was taught. This is a way to be successful. I tell him, you will never be the boss. You will always work for someone else if you don't do extra. And then when I go take him to the bookstore or the library, he always wants the same thing. He always wants a graphic novel or a fishing book. Fishing book, fishing book, fishing book. All he cares about is fishing book. I tell him, read something different. Read about history or anything different, because you're not learning about lots of things. You only know about fishing. He don't want to do that. He said, no, I get what I want and what I like. I worry about him because when he gets to college, it will be hard. His sister graduated this year and she's starting college. I don't know how she will do. She have AB, but I think I want more for my children. I think they can do more.
You Are What You Eat is a grade 6 close read passage, 598 words, personal narrative nonfiction, compare and contrast, level Z2, Lexile 960L. A letter to the editor explains the point of view a 6th grader has about her discovery of what's really in the food we eat. She discusses what she learned about the problems with junk food, and in particular with added sugars and excess salt. The letter concludes with the writer's hope that people choose to eat a healthy diet with minimally processed foods. Pause the presentation while you read this passage. Use your highlighter to mark words or phrases that a 6th grader might find confusing. As you read, notice the parts that you find confusing. I have highlighted the few words that might be confusing. Then I went back and underlined phrases that help the reader understand what these words mean. Here you will see that I placed some notes in the margin. This is what is meant by reading with a pencil. Annotating your text as you read, indicating things that may be important or possibly things that you want to ask a question about. With close reading, the text will be read 3 times. Each time the text is read, the teacher gives the reader a different thinking job. The first reading is usually independent. The second reading is followed by a discussion with partners to check meaning. The teacher will offer support and ask questions to prompt discussion. The third reading, the teacher models a think aloud and demonstrates how to find clues in the text to clarify meaning. The third discussion includes text-dependent questions that require students to produce answers with supporting evidence. Following the final reading, students will be asked to write a short essay on the topic using a prompt provided by the teacher. Here is an example. So, how do we as teachers prepare for close reading? Nancy Boyles suggests these steps. Doug Lemov, author of Teach Like a Champion, tells us 3 reasons why close reading is important. First, close reading helps defend against gist readings interpretations and discussions that are based on the text but not grounded in a comprehensive understanding of it. Students will not succeed if they can observe in only a general sense that Hamlet is unhappy, or summarize the Bill of Rights broadly but not understand the specific language used to frame each individual right, or understand generally that glucose levels in the blood affect health but not how. Close reading ensures that students are able to glean specific and comprehensive understanding from even very difficult text. Second, close reading is the tool that allows students to read text that is over their heads, one of the fundamental experiences of attending or preparing for college. Reading that is frequently demanding and often done alone, generally without the safety net of peers to discuss it, is the way much learning takes place in college. If students can read and learn from what is challenging and unfamiliar, the world is open to them. If they are inhibited by text that could enlighten them, their horizons are limited. Even though it can be challenging to teach students to read outside their comfort zone, it is folly not to. And finally, close reading develops language sense. It develops in students an ear for word, syntax, rhythm, and structure that is applicable across text. The ear for satire you sharpen in reading Ronald Dahl helps you read Jonathan Swift years later.